Hello everybody. We're nearly ready to go. So we've got 10 minutes till National Simultaneous Storytime kicks off. The book we are reading is I Got This Hat. And so hopefully you've got your hat ready. If you don't yet, get it ready because we're about to start in about 10 minutes. So bear with us. We're just going to do some tech checks to make sure that everything's working. So just bear with us a few minutes. Okay, we're just doing a quick sound check, everybody, so bear with us for a minute. We're just making sure that the sound is working fine because we want you to all be able to hear us.
Good morning. Welcome to National Simultaneous Story Reading. We're going to have a marvellous morning sharing books and hats and stories.
Mum.
I'm too.
Is your mummy coming too?
Yeah.
So we've got books for babies, books for little people, and books for mums and dads and grown-ups.
And have you got a hat, Brian? Have you got a hat? You're going to wear a police hat. A police hat. Do you want to come sit on your cushion, ready to read? Because we're going to read in about 1 minute. Oh, maybe 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. because we have to wait for 11 o'clock, don't we?
Now, the idea of reading like this is to promote and value the love of books. Lifelong gift. Books are a window to the world and they're all fun. Together, babies, children and big people. Books provide contact with the world around us. They engage us in learning. Books always, everywhere by Jane Black is a great book to read. And it's somewhere here in the room. Brian, did you show them your hat? Brian, what's your hat today?
What's your hat?
A police hat.
A police hat. I've got my rainbow hat on, Brian.
My back. My hat.
And Brian, what's my hat like? What's my hat?
Police hat.
Yeah, you've got a police hat, and Rachel's got a sheriff hat. I've got a cowboy hat. So sitting down, because it's nearly time to read our story. There we go. Has everybody else got their hat on? Get it ready, pop it on.
Can I just have that hardcover book behind you? Not that one. Yes,
I just feel it in my back. High pop. I got some put glue. Hi.
Brian,
Brian, look here.
Who wears that hat? Do you know who wears that hat?
Look at this hat.
No, it's pirate.
A pirate.
It is a pirate
hat.
I told the little my maps.
Yep. So in the book there's a pirate hat. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's look at the book. Okay, it's time to start our story. Here we go. And so we are reading this story at the same time as hundreds and hundreds of kids all across Australia. And that's the beauty of National Simultaneous Storytime, is that it's a community event that encourages literacy, exposure and fun across the country. I got this hat.
I got this hat. If you enjoy wearing hats, you'll enjoy this book. But please don't wear it as a hat. It will fall off. I got this hat. I got this hat. Hats off to Arlo and Clancy. I got this hat in China. I got this hat from a miner. I got this hat from a deep sea diver. Blub, blub, blub. I got this hat from a racing car driver. This hat from a pilot. He does fly in a plane. This hat from? I got this hat from a pirate.
Arr. Arr.
I got this hat. Ireland. I got this hat from the Scottish Highlands.
Look.
I got this hat for biking.
Ding, ding. Ding, ding.
I got this hat from a Viking.
Viking.
I got this hat from an Eskimo. I got this hat from Mexico.
Mexico. That's from Mexico.
But to bed, I'll wear which one?
Which one?
Ow.
None.
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 No hats to bed.
And that's the end of the story about the hat. Oh, I need a different hat.
A new hat.
I need a new hat.
What about this hat?
This hat. I wonder who I got this hat from. This used to be my dad's hat. Where did you get your hat from?
I got my hat from a shop actually.
But your hat's a special hat.
It is a special hat. It's a hat for hunting.
For
A hat
hunting.
for hunting, and it's a hat like sometimes detectives wear.
I just saw a policeman's hat.
Policeman's hat.
A policeman? I do like your hat. Your hat from?
I got my hat from a
Policeman.
policeman.
It's a beautiful hat.
Antonio's coming. Antonio's got a hat too.
Wow.
Hi.
Look, Brian, what's on Antonio's hat?
Up here.
What is it? Caroline, would you like to come around and just come and show everybody your hat? Because your hat is a very
Where can I-
special hat. If you just
Can I pop
squeeze
in
in
here?
here and pop your head through.
There you go.
So can everybody see
My
Caroline's
beautiful
hat? Caroline, tell us the story of your hat.
Well, my 10-year-old daughter made this hat for a party, so she very kindly lent it to me for this special day.
So
Lots
you
of glitter,
made
lots of
your
flowers.
hat.
That's it.
That's my hat. We have time to look at different books. And what I've done is selected just some books that are very basic but absolutely wonderful. This is and it's just first picture book. Very, very simple. And little people. A bear. Did you see the bear? What's this? You've got it. She has got it. Okay, I need another one from over there, seeing she's got it.
Miss Laney's busy with that one.
Here we go.
Monsters is a book by Andrew Daddo, Bruce Watley. It's a series, it's magic, and it's about monsters. Now, some monsters are scary with pointy teeth and snuffly grunts, and they stink. But there are other monsters that are cute and full of surprises.
It's a monster.
And the end of this story will delight you. And I'm not going to read it. You have to go and find it. Books need to be child friendly. And for little people, this book is really, really tough. It's tough paper. It's easy to turn, and little people like to do this sort of thing. So, and it's got places to explore. Very, very beautiful. Very simple and easy to understand.
Are you ready?
Yes.
This one? All right. Chained story reader. Now, in our family, we have 3 children. How many children are in your family? I wonder. And in our family, we have 2 girls and 1 boy. In this family, Charlie and Lola's family, there's 1 boy and 1 girl. And I like these stories because they talk about how girls and boys and brothers and sisters can get along with each other. This one's called My Wobbly Tooth Must Not Ever, Never Fall Out. I have this little sister Lola. She is small. This week she got her first ever wobbly tooth. Have you had a wobbly tooth? Just check your teeth. Are they wobbly? None of mine are wobbly now, but I have had some wobbly ones before. Lola says, I do not ever, never want my wobbly tooth to fall out.
Come and look at the story there.
Have you got some teeth?
Where's your teeth?
Says, when I had my first wobbly tooth, I nearly swallowed it. Luckily, I was eating a toffee and my tooth got stuck in it. It got stuck. I say once I headed off to football and my wobbly tooth just flew out of my mouth. But I do not ever, never want to lose my wobbly tooth, says Lola. Marv says, why don't you want it to fall out? I wonder, why didn't Lola want it to fall out? I just need to keep completely all my teeth, says Lola. And I say, those are just your baby teeth. And they are meant to get wobbly and fall out. Then you'll get new teeth, and they are your grown-up ones. I wonder if baby teeth are big or small. I think they might be small teeth. And grown-up teeth might be big teeth. It's like a moose, I say. Moose's antlers fall off, and then they get new ones, which are better and stronger. But I'm not a moose, says Lola. It's my wobbly tooth, and I want to keep it wobbly. Later, Lotta comes over to play with Lola. Lola, Lola, she says. Lola says, what is it, Lotta? What is it? And Lotta says, my tooth fell out. Get, says Marv. Do you mean, what did you get, says Lola. And Lotta says, well, the tooth fairy came. And fairy, asks Lola. The tooth fairy is the tooth fairy. I lost my wobbly tooth. I put it under my pillow. And then in the middle of the night, the tooth fairy came and then I got a coin, says Lotta. And in the morning, I bought this for the farm. It's a chicken. See there, Lotta is holding a chicken. And they've already got a pig and a fence for their farm. Lola says, I didn't know there was a special fairy who gives you presents when your teeth fall out. Why didn't somebody tell me this before? My wobbly tooth must completely come out now. Lotta says, when your tooth falls out, what are you going to get? We need a horse and a sheep and a cow. And Lola says, I'm going to get a giraffe. Would you have a giraffe on a farm? Do you get giraffes on a farm, says Lotta. And Lola says, oh, yes, you absolutely do, Lotta. But how do I get my wobbly tooth to fall out? And Lotta says, Does it feel wobbly enough? Lola says, I think it's almost nearly about to come out. And Lotta says, you have to keep wobbling it. Marv says, do you want me to twist it? No, Marv, says Lola. Mum said absolutely no twisting. And I say, I've been wobbling it for ages, she says. It's still not coming out. She's waiting, waiting. I don't think it's ever going to come out. Ah! It's out. My wobbly tooth, it's really out. And now I can get my giraffe. Lotta says you have to put it under your pillow in the very, very middle. You must go to bed early, quickly, or the tooth fairy won't come. Lola says, yes, because I really want my giraffe. Too, says Lotta. When you come over tomorrow, says Lola, I can have my giraffe, chicken, and they can be friends. Yes, 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 says Lotta. Bye, Lola. At bedtime, Lola says, Charlie, I'm just going to wash my tooth and make it shiny and clean, and then oh no, my tooth is gone. It's not there. And I say, check again, it must be there. But Lola says, my tooth is completely gone. I say, it must be somewhere. So we start searching everywhere. Can you help Lola look for her tooth? She's looking and looking. We look in the sink and we look under the beds. We look on the floor and around the sofa, everywhere. Lola says, it's completely gone. Now the tooth fairy won't come and I won't get a coin and I won't have a giraffe. And then I have a really good idea. If you go to sleep and dream really happy dreams, you'll smile. And then the tooth fairy will see the gap in your teeth and she'll know you really did lose your tooth. To bed. Really happy dreams, really happy dreams, really happy. Now, can you see what she's dreaming about? She's dreaming about riding a giraffe. In the morning, Lola looks under the very middle of her pillow. She says, Charlie, the tooth fairy did come. Look, hurry, hurry, Charlie. I need to get a giraffe. When Lotta comes to play, what's your giraffe called? Lola says, giraffe. And what about your chicken? Lotta says, it's called chicken. Oh, look, I think they're friends, says Lola. Marv, maybe, then Lola says, maybe Giraffe and Chicken would like to meet Mr. Goat. Oh, we don't have a goat, says Lotta. How will we get one? We need more wobbly teeth, says Lola. Got any wobbly teeth? Have a feel? Have you got any? I haven't. Have you? Lotta says, no. What about this one, says Lola. No, says Lotta. Lola says, oh, try that one. This one? This one. Maybe that one. So that's the end of tooth must not ever, never fall out. Change. And that's okay because we enjoy things when they change. They sometimes get even better. Now, I think Jane might have another story for us.
Hello, how are you? Hi. Have you come to listen to a story? I found a book called Books Always Everywhere. For the very young, books can be anything. A chair, a tower, a hat. And they can be is a book. And it's never too soon to share a book with your little ones. Hello, hello. Would you like to come and share my book? I'd love you to. Find somewhere comfortable colourful, where they'll want to be with you. Books always everywhere. Big book, elephant. Small book, mouse. Wide book. Hello, Mr. Crocodile. Mummy and me. Tall book. And here's a giraffe. Book bill, book mat, book chair, book hat. Book park, book shop. Do you like this book? I like this book too. It's a beautiful book. Wow. You turn that page for me across. That's right. You can see it. Book start, book stop. You can read books one-handed. Book scary. There you are, you sit down. That's it, good boy.
He's loving the book.
No, he's not.
We love the book.
There you are.
Antonio.
There you are. Whoops. Book funny. Silly monkeys. Book rainy. Book sunny. Book give. Book share. Books always. Everywhere. This book is a wonderful book because it has so many other things happening in it. It's not just looking at books, but it's looking at community, how children interact with each other. And it's a journey from beginning to end. Children relate to the illustrations. I've read that book. I like that book. I can build. I sit on a chair. I have a hat. Grandma took me to the bookshop. I read a book about a park. Book start, book stop. From the beginning of their life to the end. From the beginning of sleep. Beautiful books. Where did Annie go? Another type of book is a large book like this, which is, while it's a picture book, it has a huge amount of text in it, and it can be opened at any place, and you can just read from there. This one's a learning teaching book. Nearly 9,000. That's the number 9. Nearly 9,000. The answer is an enigma. It's nearly 9,000. Sort of. You could never actually fit an elephant inside an envelope, but you could nearly fit 9,000 envelopes inside an elephant. A book for older children, and it's lots and lots of fun. Have we got some more books?
We have.
Oh, come on.
This is one of Brian's favourite books. All right, Brian, you're going to come sit with Mum. Come on. Brian might be helping to read. Oh, yep, that's my badge. Right, we're going to sit down. We're going to read. What's this one called? What is it? What book is this? Very Cranky Bear. Here we go, The Very Cranky Bear. Do Do you want to sit in front of me, Brian, so you can see? Yeah. This way.
Put a Brian.
Is there a book for Brian?
And where to put
Here we
Brian?
go. The Very Cranky Bear.
Jungle, jungle.
In the jingle jangle jungle, on a cold and rainy day,
River. Full of friends.
4 little friends found a perfect place to play. Moose had marvelous antlers, and Lion a golden mane. Zebra had fantastic stripes, and Sheep was plain. None of them had noticed that someone else was there. Sleeping in that cave was a very cranky. A very cranky bear.
Whoa.
Roar, went the cranky bear. Roar, roar, roar. He gnashed, he was asleep, but he woke up and he gnashed his teeth and stomped his feet and chased them out the door. So in the jingle jangle jungle, on a cold and rainy day, 4 little friends had nowhere warm to play. They're out in the cold. Zebra, wait a minute, said Zebra, as she scratched her furry chin. Maybe if we cheered him up, he'd let us come back in. Did not have stripes, said Zebra. I'd be cranky too. We should give that bear some stripes. That's what we should do. Stripes are silly, Moose complained, especially on a bear. Always cheer me up. Let's give that bear a pair.
Lion.
The lion, and he says, no, 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 said Lion. Antlers are a bore. A golden mane like mine, he said, would cheer him up for sure. So Zebra fetched a tin of mud and Lion some grass of gold. Moose got 2 big branches and Sheep, well, Sheep got cold. He's Sheep. In the rain. Sheep was getting worried. They've been eaten up for sure. And then from in the cave there came a very cranky. Shall we do it? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Zebra, Lion and Moose ran out and Bear was right behind them. They hid behind the bushes where they hoped he wouldn't find them. Why is he still cranky? He's got antlers, stripes and mane, Lion said. Before we gave him those, Lion said, he looks so very plain. Silly. He looks very silly with his antlers and mane and stripes. As Bear stormed back inside the cave, he turned and roared at Sheep. Sheep. Yeah, he says, what we want is a quiet place to sleep. He's a tired bear. So she fetched a pair of clippers and she clipped off half her wool. Snip, snip, yep, snip, snip. A cotton bag until the bag was full. I wonder what she's making. She tiptoed back inside the cave. Excuse me, Bear, she said. Would you like a pillow for underneath your head? She made a pillow for the bear. Do you think Bear likes the pillow? Let me give the bear a pillow. Thank you very much, said Bear, and soon he fell asleep. Maybe he was dreaming of a plain but thoughtful sheep. Sheep making a pillow for the bear. That's the end. That's right. Thanks for helping me read today, Brian.
Now we've got one more story before we finish, and because we've been talking a lot about hats, hat from one of Santa's helpers. It's an elf hat. Somebody in this story lost his hat. It's called I Want My Hat Back by John Klassen. A bear has lost his hat. What if he never sees it again? Wait, he has seen his hat. Here's the bear. I want my hat back. My hat is gone. I want it back. There. Have you seen my hat? No, I haven't seen your hat. Okay, thank you anyway. Frog. Bear says, have you seen my hat? Frog says, no. Hats. No hats around here. Okay, thank you anyway. Have you seen my hat? See who's here? It's a rabbit with a hat. He's got a hat. And Rabbit says, you're asking me. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any hats anywhere. I would not steal a hat. Don't ask me any more questions. Okay, thank you anyway. My hat? I haven't seen anything at all. I haven't seen anything all day, says Turtle. I've been trying to climb this rock. You up on top of it? Oh, yes, please. Have you seen my hat? Can you see there's a snake? I saw a hat once. It was blue and round. Like that. Thank you anyway. Have you seen my hat? Thank you anyway. Nobody has seen my hat. See it again. Ever finds it? My poor hat. I miss it so much. What's the matter? I've lost my hat and nobody has seen it. What does your hat look like? It's red and pointy and... I have seen my hat. Where did we see a hat? Can you remember? Here he goes. Run, run, run past past the groundhog, past the snake, past the fox, past the... You stole my hat. Hat. He got his hat back. Excuse me, says Squirrel. Have you seen a rabbit wearing a hat? No. Why are you asking me? I haven't seen him. I haven't seen any rabbits anywhere. I would not eat a rabbit. Don't ask me any more questions. Okay. The end. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our National Simultaneous Storytime and that you enjoy reading books together and playing with hats together. I wonder what hats you might be able to find and to see over the next week or so. For anybody who is wanting a little bit more information about chatterbugs, we are a private speech pathology service who specialise in helping children with communication, feeding and literacy difficulties. So if you know someone who could benefit from our services, call on 1300 66 1945 and we're more than happy to answer any questions you might have about children that are having difficulty learning to talk, eat, play and learn. Have a fantastic week, everybody, and we hope you've enjoyed National Simultaneous Storytime. Bye-bye.
Oh my